it's Cheyenne again. I know it's been a while since I've done an EDS video, but someone requested I do one on an updated AFO, and honestly not much has changed since my first video. Just maybe I'll be able to go a little more in depth now that I've had them for a year. I know more about it. And the only other thing you'll really notice is that the color's changed. Now it's hot pink. I got bored with the blue and might as well have fun if I have to wear these. So, first off, I wear AFOs because my ankles dislocate. I also wear them because I am extremely pigeon-toed. My feet turn in about 40 degrees. So instead of being straight like this, they turn in about 40 degrees, and then my ankle will dislocate out the front. Also, with your feet being turned in horribly, it causes your knees to have issues and your hips to have issues, and for them to dislocate even more so than they would on their own. I also have what is called a collapsing arch. So I don't have a flat arch and I don't have a high arch. I have both. And they start out like this, really high whenever there's no pressure on them at all. And then when I step, they flatten all the way to the ground. That's not good for them, and it'll cause a lot of issues as I get older. I also have an issue where my right leg is shorter than my left leg because my pelvis is tilted, and it's been that way since birth. So I have an 8mm plastic shoe lift in my right shoe. And since it's plastic and my AFO is plastic, it was causing this horrible squeaking in my right shoe. So we just put one of those little plastic nylon sock things that you see at the shoe store for when you're trying on shoes. We just slapped it on there and it made the squeaking go away. So if any of you have that issue, that's a good fix for it. Since I'm talking about shoes already, let's go ahead and talk about my shoes. I'm in the United States, so our sizes might be a little different from where you are. When I don't have my AFOs on, I wear a size 4 in kids, around a 2 to a 4 in kids. So I have really small feet. But whenever I have my AFOs on, they cause me to have to go into a larger size because you're trying to fit all this plastic in the shoe with you, with your foot. So here are the shoes that I wear with my AFOs. I have my regular old Nikes. I put hot pink ties on them just because I wanted to and make it more fun. I only wear these when I have someone here that can tie my shoes for me. Because of my fingers, I can't tie them on my own. I took my ring splints off so they weren't making noise and distracting in this video. But even with them on, I can't tie my shoes very well, and I have to tie my shoe extremely tight to hold the AFO in. But I wear an 8.5 in women's now, so I can just get regular shoes from the shoe store like Payless or Shoe Carnival or Nike or wherever you go. And yeah, the shoe just holds the brace. It just slides right in there, and that's how the brace fits in the shoe. And then it just needs tied. But when I don't have someone here to help me, like right now if I had to go somewhere, which I can't drive, but if I had to go somewhere and I didn't want to have the person tie my shoes when they showed up to help me, I wear Velcro shoes. And it makes it a lot easier for me to get in and out of them because they're just one step. I don't have to mess with the shoelaces getting tangled or my fingers dislocated trying to tie them. These are just the Champion brand from Payless, so they were $10. They were extremely cheap, and I wear them almost every day. So enough about my shoes. If you have any questions about them, just leave it down below and I'll make sure to try and get back to you and answer. Now let's talk about my AFO. Yay! So I already mentioned why I have the AFOs, but I want to let you know where I got them and how I got them. I received my AFOs from Alpha and Omega Orthotics and Prosthetics in Springfield, Missouri. They have been fabulous with me. They actually make my braces and my brother's braces, who has cerebral palsy. We're not biologically related if you're trying to figure out how we got two completely opposite illnesses. But it's really kind of fun when you get them made, but you need a doctor's, I don't know what they're called, the word is escaping me, but you need the doctor's written request for them to be made. Leave down below what that word is, because I'm having a brain fart. And when you go in for your first time, they take a bunch of pictures and measurements and stuff like that. Like they were really taking pictures of how far my feet turned in to see how they would have to change them. But whenever they're ready to make the mold, they make it almost exactly like you're getting a cast, and they just wrap the plaster around your leg and they smooth it out and they position your foot how they want it. So like in my case, they had to take my foot from like this and turn it and then mold the plastic in that direction. Not exactly sure how it all works after that, but they cut the cast off you and then they pour the plastic, which I chose purple, and it becomes your brace. Like I said, not exactly sure how that happens, but if you really want to know, I'm sure you could ask them. But once it's made, they come out and they do quite a few fittings with you to make sure it's all correct. They'll cut pieces off the front. In my case, like they had to heat mold out this back area because it was causing some discomfort. Making sure that your Velcro is all in the correct places, stuff like that. But along with the plastic, there's also padding involved. They put this in here not only to help with my comfort level, because some of the places that they're using the plastic to really push my foot in the correct direction, it makes it kind of uncomfortable. But when they add the padding, it makes it much better. But they also have the padding, this blue padding right here. It helps me with my collapsing arch, which is really helpful. But yeah, this is my brace, and these are the Velcro and padding, and they help hold the brace on my leg. And then that padding is to help for comfort and to adjust anything they need. And then I also have a stopper on the back, but I call it a clicker because listen to this. Okay, it's not that loud when I walk, but it's fun to play with sometimes. Or to sit there and you click it and no one can figure out where that sound's coming from. But they put a little thingy in there, the white thing, to try and silence it some, and it helped a lot. It was that loud before they put that on there. But the stopper is to try and help my knee from hyperextending as much. It does not solve the issue, but it helps. It probably reduces it by about 40%, which is a huge improvement if you could imagine. At the moment, I can't think of anything else to really tell you about the AFO other than at about a year I went and got the Velcro and the padding on the inside replaced, just to keep everything up to date. So if you have any questions, sorry about that pause, if you have any questions or comments or any other type of EDS video you would like me to film and post for you, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll make sure to try and get back to you. And if I feel like it would make a great video, I will make one for you. Yes, so you can find my EDS page on Facebook. It's called Love Zebras and Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. You can chat with me in the comments on there, or you can direct message me on here if you have a question. And I hope you all have a fantastic day, and let me know if you have AFOs that match mine that are purple and hot pink. I think it'd be fun. Bye, guys.